Krysti Hinchen. Know your Graham, right?
Yep.
Graham Johnson.
Graham Johnson.
Awesome.
Bartender extraordinaire.
Oh, very exciting.
Kind of.
I bet it's fun.
It's got its ups and downs.
Yeah. All right. So you're in here today to talk to me. So we're gonna be working this out, talking about what you are concerned about. But first, I need to let you know about our confidentiality policy.
Okay.
So basically, it's everything that you say to me will stay in this room as long as it's not a threat to yourself or your family or society. So as long as you're agreeable to those terms, we can begin.
Okay. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to hurt anyone. It's just me.
All right, perfect. All right, so tell me a little bit more about yourself, what brings you in, what your concerns are.
Okay. I guess the reason I'm here is my wife has been nagging on me of late. She says I got a weight problem.
Okay.
I guess is just the easiest way to say it, and it's stressful because I don't really know what to do anymore.
Mm-hmm. So did she encourage you to come here today, or did you come on your own kind of thing?
She didn't encourage me to come here. She probably would if she knew that I was coming here, but it was one of those things where it got to the point where she didn't feel like I cared about her or the family.
Okay.
I've got two boys, and it really hurt me because she didn't feel like I cared about anyone anymore,
Okay.
and that was kind of scary.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm really glad you came in today, though. That shows a lot of care and concern for your family, and that's great that you have so much care for them. So tell me more about what she's feeling, what you're feeling, kind of give me the rundown of what you're concerned about.
What am I concerned about? I guess the image that she and my kids are going to have about me is what I'm concerned about. Obviously, that means I have to be concerned about my health. My muscular physique is, as you can see, laugh or cry. Yeah, I guess what other people think about me in terms of, my wife and kids is what I'm concerned about.
Okay, gotcha. So when did this all start?
Started probably, when I was a kid, there was some complications at my birth, and they ended up pumping me full of steroids, which when that happens, you put on weight really fast. And I was chubby just about my entire childhood,
Mm-hmm.
elementary, middle school. Really started to become self-conscious about it probably in high school. I was doing sports, which helped me. Like I did football,
Mm-hmm.
I did track. I didn't run track. I threw.
Shot put?
Yeah, shot put, discus.
Okay.
So I guess I wasn't really working out that much. But I was in diving, and you had to do all of the cardio workouts with the regular swim team if you were a diver,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't fun, but it certainly helped.
Mm-hmm. So do you enjoy working out, or is that something you don't enjoy doing at all?
No, I can't stand working out.
Okay.
In fact, it's one of my least favorite things,
Yeah.
I would say. I hate it.
Okay. So tell me more about your diet. What concerns do you have there?
My diet, it's one of the most cliche jokes in the world, but it really is the seafood diet, where if I see it, I want to eat it. It's difficult for me not to eat something. Like, I guess it's almost like I can't be satiated. I can't be satisfied. Like, I have to be eating something,
Mm-hmm.
or else I am fidgety, or,
Okay.
yeah.
And did this problem or this concern start in high school or your childhood? Have you always felt that with food too?
Well, it was brought to my attention in high school by my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Made it a really big deal, really pushed sports,
Okay.
which I played for a while, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up dropping out of sports and did band, not that that matters, but then I went to college. I went to community college for 2 years, which didn't help in the sense that I was still home. I was living with my mom and dad at the time. I was probably, graduate. I was 18, 19 years old.
Right.
Maybe 20. So I was living at home, full closet of food, pantry, fridge, Hot Pockets in the freezer, like
Right.
calories galore, and all for the eating.
Gotcha.
Um,
So what about since then? What has kind of happened? I'm sure your life is a little bit different now than it was back in college. What's kind of happened between then and now?
between then and now, I went to university after that, part time for a few years. Didn't really finish, but I mean that took a considerable amount of money.
Right.
And when that happened, about the only thing I could afford was your fast food,
Yeah.
your cheap carbs, and I mean it wasn't ramen bad, but it's not good.
Right.
I'll say that. And after that, I got engaged, which that was helpful. Getting engaged, that kind of encouraged me, I guess, to get in shape for the wedding,
Right.
and that helped for about a week, and then I went right back into my old habits of whatever.
Gotcha.
So that was rough.
Right. So is your wife supportive of you getting healthy, or what has your support systems been like through the years? Have you felt like you've kind of been on your own for all of this, or?
Well, when we first got married, it was actually really helpful. We would work out together all the time,
Great. Yeah, that's
and
great.
it was. I enjoyed it. Probably once in my life, I enjoyed exercise. And then, I mean, she got a job, had kids, so obviously our time slowly, actually I will say even quickly diminished. And we stopped working out together, and the weight's gone back on, and
So then you stopped working out at that time too, about?
yeah, yeah. I can't really remember the last time I've gone to the gym.
Okay.
Can't remember the last time I really had a salad either. But so that was pretty much the downfall right there.
Right.
Which leads us to,
No?
yeah.
So where do you see yourself in like 6 months, a year? Where would you like to see yourself?
6 months to a year, I'd like to see myself down, a few pounds at ideally, 20 to 30.
Right.
But if I could do, 50 or 60,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be awesome.
That would be great.
I'm currently pushing 300, which is not something I am proud of. Yeah.
So you're committed to getting healthy and making the positive changes. You just want something more permanent and something that's going to last rather than cliche diet that doesn't really go anywhere. Okay, perfect. So what about your family? Do you think they would be on board with helping you, or would your wife be willing to get back in that routine of working out with you again and kind of getting the kids on board with that?
Ideally, I'd like to do it as a surprise, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, I think support systems are super important, and kind of seems like that's kind of a common theme throughout your life. You did really well in high school. You were down, but then you kind of lost that when the support system kind of left. And when you and your wife were working out together, you were doing great. You really liked that. You enjoyed working out with her. So I think it's really important you have a support system. Otherwise, it's going to be one of those things where you're really motivated at the beginning and then it kind of fades again. So I think getting her on board and even getting the kids on board, they would love working out or doing something like that. Maybe getting a family membership at the gym. You can take the kids. They can get involved playing basketball or other sports they have while you and your wife work out, kind of thing. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that would be good for me.
Okay, perfect. So I think that's something that you should look into, and I think even if you brought your wife in here for another session, we could talk about that and work out a plan of action about doing it, say 2 to 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks, and then coming back and reevaluating how that's working for you guys. So if we do another session, I think that'd be something good. I'm also going to recommend we talk to a dietitian, or I'll refer you to a dietitian, nutritionist, or a food therapist. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but that'll definitely help with getting your whole family on board with eating healthy, and the kids will get excited about eating healthy, which will motivate you because you'll see how much of a difference it's making in the lives of your kids, which you expressed was really important to you. So I think that would be great, and it would help you not feel so, they'll set you up with a plan that will leave you feeling fuller for longer, but eating less and healthier foods. So I think those are two major things that would be very helpful.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think so.
I know it's not the most exciting thing, but I think that's a great place to start, and we can definitely, if you can get your wife in here for another session, we can talk more about it.
All right, I'll schedule that then.
Okay, perfect. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Awesome.